Well, there was an update. I'm on the PS5. I haven't changed any of my settings. The rain might still be loud. We are unable to manually change weather sounds because that rain is bloody loud. I've been playing for about 2 minutes. And so far it looks like things might have improved already. It's kind of hard to tell because, I mean, it's not like it was Cyberpunk on release day. There would be some frame drops here and there, sure. But it feels pretty good. The rendering of objects like trees and grass and shrubs in the distance there, they seem to be decent. Look at those cars coming in. You can see the lights. You can see now it just popped in and rendered. Okay, so that's still like that. It's not as realistic for that. I know I'm nitpicking, but this is for the sake of covering the game. So yeah, this looks fantastic. That's definitely going to be allowed. Now look at where it's black at the back of the bus. The lighting for the shadows, still astronomically dark. So that has not been addressed. That was one of my biggest concerns, is the lack of proper lighting in dark areas. If I go and turn off the driver's light, look at how dark that is. That's just unnaturally dark. So that has not been addressed, unfortunately. I feel like maybe the rain is a little wee bit not as loud, but it's really hard to say. So that was the first test that I wanted to do. Now I'm going to save the game. Yes. And now I'm going to do something else here. Something that was really, really busted up here. We're going to go to shuttle, bus, and we're going to load. Audio would like come out 70% one ear, 30% the other, like give or take. I'm just kind of throwing you a number there. So sound was coming out of both sides, and then there was no sound when you were third person in the shuttle bus. It's very interesting. Again, with the bloody rain. Whatever. Wow, that is pretty loud. Let's go ahead. Yeah, the bug is still there. So there's no sound on the bus outside. And most of my volume is in the right ear, not the left ear. So that's another check that I've done. Now I'm going to do one final test. The number one biggest pain in the butt, along with the shadows, like the dark areas just being unrealistically dark, is checking out the daytime. Like, what does that look like? Okay. And what we're going to do for this is we're actually going to do free play. And we're going to do Wolfsburg. Why? Just because it actually sounds cool. That's really the only reason. We're going to do realistic. We are going to do the do. We're not going to do that weather. Oh, no, we're not. We're actually going to do daytime. And we're going to do daytime. So like 10 a.m., October the 14th. And we are just going to hop right into it. That's what the point of this video is just to kind of take a look. So far the take seems to run nicer. Not that it was running god-awful. Seems to be smoother. I don't know if the rain, until I play it back myself through YouTube, I'll be able to tell if it's too loud or not, or before I upload. The bus is still... It's still a broken mess. And since we don't need to pick anybody up or do anything... Yeah, I mean, this is very smooth. So much smoother than Fernbus Simulator, which didn't get an update. I bought that shit last year in October. I have yet to get an update. This game's been out not even a month and it's already gotten a big update. I mean, that's impressive. That's impressive. So, anyways. Close the doors. We're not doing anything else here. Turn that on. Sure, let's turn on some lights. Get rid of the parking brake. Windows up. I like having the light. It just makes me be able to see my steering wheel. 18 degrees Celsius. Holy macaroni. Let's do that. Hold X to set a destination. You know, here's the thing. I don't want a destination. Right? I don't want one. I just want to drive. I just want to see how things are with the road. And then maybe we'll pick a destination. So right now we're looking at the roads. 50 Shades of Grey. Literally. Not trying to be funny here. Oh, and the other thing to note, now that I'm in another bus driving, same bus-ish as the other one I was driving, sort of, kind of, not really, is that this one is much harder to steer, like the forced feedback. There's still no options for the forced feedback here. Let's go ahead and take a looky look at that. If we go to controls, boom, that's it. You get nothing. You get nothing. Okay? So the forced feedback is much stronger on this one. But you know what? Sometimes the other bus does too, and then sometimes it's looser, and there's almost like no forced feedback. So it's a little bit bizarre, okay? That's all I'm saying. A little wee bit bizarre. Okay, fine. Let's pick a place to go. Where should we go? Let's pick, of course. Should we, how do I even drop a pin or something? Okay, this isn't working. And you know what? I don't think it needs to work either. Oh, what the hell's going on with that light post? That's interesting. That thing is like... Did you see that? It was like dipping up. It was moving up and down. I don't know if it's supposed to be that low to the ground. Again, it feels like I'm nitpicking, but I have to. You know, I gotta say, PlayStation 5, this game right now, this actually looks really good. Again, not that it looked terrible before, but this is sorta kinda not really looking like the bus. Texture pop-ins a little bit here and there on the buildings, things rendering in. But I mean, it's pretty good. It's definitely a step in the right direction. And until I get on a highway and wait for the sun to come up a little bit, that's when I'm truly gonna know about those bloody textures. But they seem kinda good so far. We want to do a destination. Where are we going, though? Not in surface. Let me just try again and see if I can, you know, put a thing somewhere. A thing, you know, that near a thing. There we go. Why can't I validate? Why can't I do that? Does it have to be? I'm trying to click it. I'm trying to see if I could put a goddamn, you know, service area. Like, why can't... Well, we're not validating anything, are we? All right, piss on it. I'm gonna have to do this manually, I guess. I don't even know if I'm heading onto the highway. Because I feel like I'm wasting time. Because I don't want to be like in the menu. I want to show you gameplay. And I'm really nitpicking. Oh, flowers growing in the middle of the road. That's always good. But yeah, I mean, I am impressed with this. I mean, I really am enjoying this game a lot. Oh, there's the bus where it looks like it's kind of slanted to the right a little bit. I thought that was a glitch because I don't get that on the other buses. But this bus here... it's good. Yeah, this is just a lot of fun. I mean, it's great. Just gonna keep driving for a little bit. Excuse me. Hopefully get more on an open road, like a highway. Whoops. That's not my signal button, but it is an American Truck Simulator. A little bit of a lag there, a little bit of a wonkiness going on. Seems like, and I know you could change it, like the signal volume's not as loud. I don't remember changing it, lowering it, so maybe they balanced it out a little bit better. I don't know. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you're on console, and I strongly recommend a steering wheel, and you're looking for a casual, relaxing game that's not Elden Ring-like in terms of difficulty, which sometimes, for example, SnowRunner can be. That car in the distance vanished next to the truck. This is it. This is the game you want to get. You just have to go into it knowing there's some funkiness with it. But like I said, I enjoy this thoroughly. I don't regret my purchase. Yes, I poke fun at it, in that it costs 7 or 8 times the price of American Truck Simulator. We've got some flickering of the shadows a little bit there, but in terms of the actual road, and this is daytime, it's clear, there's no weather. The road doesn't appear. We're transitioning here a little bit with some clouds. The road is changing a little bit, but you know, so far so good, because before it was absolutely atrocious. It was awful. It was to the point where I could not play this game during the day with clear weather. That's how bad it was. This is actually pretty good. It's all in that lighting that they have to work on in order to fleshen out the bugs in that, because that can become extremely jarring. But in terms of the performance, just get in, go for a cruise. You want to escape and have a great time. I can't think of another game that you're going to get this with. I really appreciate, as I've mentioned before, Tourist Bus Simulator, developed by the same folks, I believe. But it is a more difficult game. There's damage. You got to go to the garage. You got to hire AI. Sometimes the routes don't work. The save doesn't work. You lose your progress. You got to keep saving as a new file each time. It's more cumbersome. I mean, I got to call a spade here. I'm not having those issues with this game. To me, this is incredibly peaceful. I feel like I can just escape, free roam, Don't have to pick anybody up. I can just talk. Does that make sense? Not everything has to be Call of Duty-like adrenaline pumping. As a matter of fact, I don't even enjoy playing those games all that much anymore. And when I do, the last thing I want to do is record that kind of gameplay, even if I'm actually doing well. I would rather play a game like my American Truck Simulator on PC or this game on PS5 and literally just have at it and do absolutely nothing but ramble on about nothing. It is literally the epitome of serenity for me. Maybe not for you, the listener and the watcher. And sometimes I am on camera, just right now I'm tired and I didn't feel like turning on my lights and all that. I have a bit of a headache. So the takeaway from this is the following. Things seem to have improved. Road texture, you can see a little bit if you really focus on it. Doesn't seem to be as jarring as before, so that seems to be improved. Could be it's still too early and it's not a super bright sun. It's hard to say. Yeah, see, it's starting to flicker a little bit more now. But yeah, just overall, the frame rate seems to be about the same, actually. The more I'm driving, about the same, which again, it wasn't terrible to begin with. There's still a little bit of crackling of the audio. Oh, that was weird. That's not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be completely third person there. That's quite the interesting view. So it's hard to explain. Visually, I think it's improved a little bit in the rendering department. There's some things I can just pick out that would normally awkwardly render in that are not rendering in awkwardly. Vehicles are still doing so. The shadows are still god-awful. If you're driving the shuttle bus, there's still no sound when you're driving in third person. And 70% or so of your volume is going to be in your right ear and only like a 30% output in the left ear. That hasn't been addressed. But it's something. They gave us something. I just had to check again just in case. That's me with my controller now. I am using the Logitech G29 steering wheel. Yeah, you're generally not supposed to be able to do that. At least not that I'm aware of. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. We're kind of getting the idea here. It's 11 o'clock in the morning in the game. And it just looks pretty good. I am excited to see how this evolves over the course of time. I really am. I'll be keeping a close eye out on it. Tourist Bus Simulator as well. However, I can see how this is probably going to take the lead for me. Having to do all that micromanagement, you know, it's cool. But with World of Warcraft, my dedicated wrestling channel, my news, politics, controversial topic, YouTube channel, playing guitar, working out, all this stuff, it's too much. When I get into a game like this, like I said, I want to get behind the wheel, grab my Logitech, and I just want to go for a cruise, pick up some people, drive for a half hour. I don't want to have to, oh, I need an oil change. Oh, 13% damage on my bumper. I don't want to have to deal with that bullshit, honestly. You might want to. I just don't have the time or the patience for that anymore. Alright, as always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help. Support the channel. Oh, there we go. Support the channel with the algorithm. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and as always, I'll bend it in half and twist it, break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be fantastic. But if not, I don't blame you. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.